Okay, everyone, welcome. I have the pleasure of introducing our trainer for our basic skills call number 5, and the beautiful, amazing, talented leader, Kimberly Graham from Sparks, Nevada. She will be sharing on prospecting tonight and how to do an effective one-on-one. What I love so much about Kim is she has such a heart for helping other people become successful in this business. And she is the first one out there doing the do and leading from the front. And it is so inspiring to see how much her business has grown since she started Arbonne, and what new heights she's taking her team to this year. So I am so proud. I'm honored to call you a leader in my business, a dear friend, and someone who has a special way, a special spark of motivating and giving us the kick in the ass that we need. And so we'll probably get that tonight from our darling friend. I'm so excited. So without further ado, Kim, I would love to have you join us to share tonight.
Well, thank you. As you all know, I talk fast, and we like to keep these to 15 minutes. We've already given a little bit of time there, so I'm going to try not to go over. And I'm not going to give, super in depth as far as your the sheet that we're going to go over. There's two sheets I'm going to go over, but we're going to be going over tips of prospecting and one-on-one. And as we all know, Arbonne has a lot to offer, right? We have everything from nutrition to skincare to makeup. But tonight, I'm going to be talking about prospecting and the one-on-one in regards to the nutrition in our 30 Days to Healthy Living program. Because let's be honest, great makeup starts with great skin, and great skin starts with great nutrition. So that's where we're going to be starting for our business. So let's first talk about prospecting. We can talk about prospecting for our clients to purchase product, or prospecting for business partners and gaining new consultants. As Becky mentioned, this is so perfect. Not everyone's going to jump on board with the first time that they're introduced to Arbonne, right? Some people want to try the product. Even after trying the product once, twice, you got to have that third time, and then maybe they'll do the business. So I'm going to talk about a few ways to connect with folks on the nutrition and how we make it personal to them. So when we prospect, we want to do so, or we can do so, from both our warm market and our cold market. Now I'm going to touch on both. First, let's talk about that warm market. And I'm talking about that 100-person contact list, right? Dust it off. We all have one. We did it when we started, right? But there shouldn't be dust on it, because this is a living document. So we should be adding to this constantly. We meet people all the time out and about, right? Some of us, though, are scared to do that. So I'm going to talk about that too. So our warm market is usually people we've known for a while. These are our friends. And as we're looking at our list of names, we want to think about the individuals that are there, the qualities that they have that perhaps you want to do business with, and perhaps how the 30 Days to Healthy Living may serve them personally. So, coming up with examples, it wasn't hard, because this weekend I had some. I went to a graduation party down in Carson City, and along the way I decided I'm going to call one of my friends. I got to talk to her about, the program. And the other one, also, these are both powerful, go-getter, positive women, right? And then the other one, I knew I was going to be seen there. So the first one I called up, she struggled with her weight for years, since childhood. So I had the opportunity to talk to her, and I could make it personal to her. Hey, we've talked before about you struggling with your weight. You want to get some weight off. There are certain foods that you eat that don't serve you. Have you ever thought about doing the 30-day program? Right? So there it is. I've thrown it out there. I personalize it to her. She's looking for weight loss and knowing what affects her body. This other girlfriend of mine does not have weight to lose. If anything, because of the issues she's had, she may want to put on some healthy weight. So she's been struggling with things that make her not feel so well. So I can approach her the same way, but slightly different. It's personal to her. I know we've talked about you having some struggles with foods and how it makes you feel. I would love for you to check out the 30-day program. I think it's something that will be very beneficial for you. So I'm offering it to both in similar ways, but different, personalized to them. So before I go into the next step of how I share that with them, I want to touch on the cold market, because I know this can be scary for a lot of us. For me, I'll talk to anybody at this point. But when I started my business, some of you who have been around for the 8-9 years and met me at Tahoe and said that I intimidated you and all that because I was quiet in the corner and didn't talk to anybody. Apparently that's scary. I think it's scary more that I come at you and be like, hey, but apparently I was intimidating. I really didn't talk to people. I stood back. I kind of watched the room. I got the feel of it, got to know the temperature of the room, and then made my move maybe, or just sat on the couch and someone came talk to me. So for those of you who are shy about talking to folks, look for things that strike you. For me this weekend, I was sitting talking with some friends at a table, and in walked a couple, and I recognized the gentleman from a previous party with his family, and the woman I didn't. I was assuming it was his wife, and she just stood there. She's had poise about her and like radiated. Like she was just like this goddess. She was just gorgeous. And you know me, I'm going to go tell her. So I went up to her and I just said, hey, I just want to let you know that you are absolutely stunning and you have got it all going on. And she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm like, you're welcome. I'll see you later. And I went and sat down. This woman then came over later again. She goes, I just want to thank you. That was so sweet of you. And we engaged in conversation and, asked what she did. She's retired. Her husband found out he plays the tuba. I play the tuba, chit-chatting a little bit. And then she turns the conversation to me. What do you do? Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty proud of myself for this one because I led with it. Well, I have my own business with Arbonne. And before I could even finish, and until it replaces my income, this is what I do. She's like, oh my gosh, I love Arbonne. I totally use the skincare. Awesome. I didn't just compliment this woman because I'm like, oh, I want this business builder. I genuinely felt she was just stunning and she needed to know that. The fact that she knows Arbonne, that's awesome. I'm not going to stop my conversation there because she's no longer a prospect for me as a client or in the business. You never know what that relationship can bring to you business-wise or personal. Okay. So always still just go with your gut of doing that. I know it's a scary thing, but I tell you, someone did that to me when I was 14 years old, when I didn't have much self-esteem. An older woman came up and complimented me. And I was like, wow, how that made me feel. I remember, and I like to do that to other people. Just to make sure that you're doing that, you're genuine in what you're doing. But that's a great way to break the ice with someone. You don't have to come off like a creeper like I probably did, but you can find a way to compliment. I love your bag. I love that shirt, what have you. Or I've been known to talk to people in the produce section of, hey, do you know how I'm supposed to tell if this English cucumber is good or not? Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. You just ask. So, sorry, I got off track. Second page. So anyway, let's get back to my friends. So from this point, let's say my friends have said, yes, I'm interested. Your next step is to be sharing with them that s'mores link. And I hope we all know the s'mores link. It's the Reboot and Beyond s'more link. Now, I'm not really savvy here, but I'm going to try to share my screen and show you which link I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, there's so many things on here that I'm looking at that I can show. Let's go to, I don't know if this is correct or not. It kind of is. I'm getting there. This stuff's in the way though. Hang on. Okay. Got it. Can you guys see that? Reboot and Beyond. The s'more link. Everyone can see it. Thumbs up. Anybody? No? You guys can't see it? So I'm going to stop the share. It's not working. Okay. Well, I tried. Anyway, if you don't have the s'more link, ask your sponsor and or ask me. I'll send it to you. The one I have actually is Megan on it. It's fantastic. But what this does, what I love about this, is it is a little link that someone can open up. They can, one, read about the 30-day program. Right after the little intro, boom, there's a video that's by Deanna about the program, or whomever, did the s'more link and who they put. I have the one that's got Deanna. And just below that, conveniently, is the opportunity video. And then below all that, as you scroll, is all the information on the 30-day program written out, okay? So the next step is you've given them this link, right? You haven't said goodbye yet because you have what to do. You have your appointment for follow-up to make. If you don't do that appointment, why are you handing that out? Because guess what? It is not a priority for them. It's a priority for you. I mean, their health might be a priority, but not necessarily this, because who knows what? It's a priority for you. Set your appointment that in there. I personally like to do it within 24 hours. And I like to say, hey, when do you think you can take a look? The video on here is about 16 minutes long. I've got some time tomorrow. Would tomorrow evening or tomorrow morning work better for you? You're putting it out there. You make the intro. So the key here is you need to know your calendar or have your calendar with you. If you don't already have things in your mind of appointment availability, you need to have your calendar with you so you can do a quick look when you have this run in and set that appointment up. So be prepared to roll with it. And that meeting too doesn't have to be in person. I prefer, because it's nice to have that face-to-face and you can be able to read somebody. But if you need to do it by Zoom, you can do Zoom. Then you still have that visual, right? Or you can do it by phone. Now, if you're either way that you're doing it, you're going to give them, you can send them another document that I would love to share with you, but apparently I'm not capable. So I'm going to tell you where it's at. So those of you that are on the Catch the Vision page, you can go to the Catch the Vision. What's pinned at the top is our Dropbox. And in that Dropbox, there is a link, I believe, I could probably look right now and tell you exactly where it is. From our Catch the Vision page, it has the Dropbox at the top. You click on that, and then you click on your 30 Days to Healthy Living. And there is a document called Clean Eating and Beyond Summary, okay? That, it's real pretty. It's a real pretty font, and it's a repeat of what was seen on that s'more link of giving the information about what the 30 days is about the Closed Secret Facebook page, recipes, the products that are used, etc. So this way, they have something tangible to be looking at, whether you meet in person or you've sent it to them in text. And you're going to be going over this, and you can utilize this, but Deanna has another one that it's repeated just like this. That page one is the same, but it's got your close at the end. So those of you that aren't aware of Deanna's website, get with your upline. But on her website, she also has one that's a little summary. It's a boot camp summary. And it, again, says the same thing that first page, but the second page is your close, right? One, don't give out the link if you're not going to ask to do a follow-up. And two, don't bother doing those two things if you're not going to do the ask in your close, right? To ask them where they're at, if they want to do the 30-day program or business, wherever that goes. So with that, when you meet with the person and you're doing your follow-up, I like to treat it kind of just the same as if I was doing an opportunity of, I can ask, what did you like best about what you read about the program or what you listened to? What intrigued you the most? You know, when you see this, who do you think of? Who could use this? Who could use this program, right? You're already kind of asking for your referrals and whatnot in there. And then I can go to, do you have any specific questions about the program? Can I clarify anything for you? And then you can move to the second page that you can't see, but it's 3 ways to save with Arbonne and the income level. So your 3 ways to save, you offer them being a preferred client for 20% discount. And the 40% off package. So it says you can become a preferred client and save 20% all year for $29. Your savings increases when you purchase your products in the package at 40% off. Or 2, the second way to save, you can become a consultant for $79. But hold up, this month it's $49. What a savings there. So you offer them for $49 and save 50% off on your package. And I'm bringing that up because this is part of our call to action I'm going to get to. Third, you can share these products in this program with others and make some extra money. And since you've said that, you've now led into going over the income levels, right? And you can say, you know, we have college students who are doing this business and they're making extra cash while they are earning their degrees. And then you do your 4 levels of income and go over that. And you say, if extra income is something you're interested in, let me know and I can give you some more information. So our next 30-day and beyond program starts June 18th. Are you going to join us? Or who's going to do this with you? Whatever you feel comfortable with doing that ask, or at the end of this thing, where do you see yourself? 1, 2, or 3? Make that verbiage comfortable to what you do and what feels like it's, you know, your verbiage. So you want to give them that specific date of when the next one starts because you're creating that urgency, right? We know we do it every 2 weeks, but you're going to give them that next one, unless it's tomorrow, and you're going to give them the product, but still even then, you want them to give them the week to read all the stuff beforehand. You want to set your clients up for success. So you can go over that again, seeing what their interest is, and if they have people that they want to do it with them, right? Having that referral right there. So as you can see, there are many ways that you can do this. The door is left open for you to share, for them to share. They can make the commission on it, or you can make the commission on it. That's another way to say it if they've got people who want to do it. So again, I apologize I couldn't share my screen. I can tell you where the stuff is or give you the links afterwards, but I want to do a little wrap up. I want to recap because I also want to give you your call to action. So prospecting. Anyone's a prospect. Anyone can be a prospect, whether it's your warm market, your cold market, someone you just met in a grocery store, someone you just met at a graduation party. Always set a follow-up appointment when you give out a sample, share a link, talk about the business opportunity, etc. That's why we're talking, right? That's what we're doing. This is our business. We want to set that up. During your follow-up, your close is your ask. Make sure you're sharing those 3 ways to save and the income levels, and ask where someone's at, if they're that 1, 2, or 3. And for this specifically, your clean eating, ask them if they're in. Are you going to be joining us for this June 18th round? Who's going to be joining with you? Know your dates, know your schedule, know what you have for availability. Know when that next clean eating program starts, right? If it's the June 18th, nope, they know they can't do it. They're out of town on vacation. Know when the next one is. It's 2 weeks after that, right? So be prepared and share your business. So your call to action. I know that we talk about doing 10 clean eaters per month, having that many people do the clean eating. And now here we are. The other one started today, right? So the next one is June 18th. Well, let's kick it up a notch. Our stuff's on sale. It's $49 to be a consultant. Let's go ahead and make it 10 new clean eaters for your June 18th program. And that's what I've got, Becky, without sharing my screen. You got to see this the whole time.
Hey, it was perfect, even without the sharing the screen visual. I love how you really took us from the very first moment that you would be connecting with someone for the first time, and how that conversation, that next step would look for them. And that really is what we have to be mindful with in our business. What is the next step for our prospect? And as we lead with nutrition, they may be hands off, up in the air, like, nutrition not my thing, but in what you have shared, something else might bubble up. They might be open to the opportunity. But those touches that you're making from the very first contact point, phenomenal. I loved your training. Awesome, awesome job, babe. Thank you so much. Call to action, 10 clean eaters. Hey, consultant memberships are on sale. Like, Arbonne has given us a beautiful gift with 50% savings packages. They can save more right out of the chute. Why not? This is an awesome time. And let that be your way to lead into it. I have got to share this with you because this is the best time where you can get the very best deal in Arbonne, and it's not going to last long. So I love the call to action, Kim. Beautiful. You did an amazing training. You gorgeous girl, as always. And we love you all until our next training.